My name is Catherine Traylor, and I'm presenting a Center for Kindergarten Social Studies. The name of my center is All About Community Workers. The first activity in my center is the Community Roadmap. In this particular section, you will find different types of transportation that our community workers travel in to do their jobs. This activity allows students to use their imagination to pretend that they are driving these vehicles as they move them around the road map, or even change up the scenery by moving the buildings around. This particular activity was created using folders, which you can color, paste together. Very simple. Buildings were made using styrofoam or empty boxes or even wooden blocks, which you just wrap construction paper around, glue, markers. See the different vehicles? Of course, with that one over there in the corner, the Paw Patrol one, it's because I couldn't find the real police station that is a wooden vehicle like the others. The next section of my center is the Language Arts Social Studies area. The activity with the sorting maps further enhances our social studies learning of community workers. Basically, the student takes the pictures that they see and they associate those pictures with the community worker. For instance, police officers are normally associated with badges and dogs, where a firefighter is associated with a fire hat. Mailman has something to do with mail. For instance, in the whistle that's right here, that's usually associated with a police officer, so the student would just place it onto the mat. Now these cards and pictures would be laminated so they would not tear. For language arts, students would be matching the lowercase letter to the uppercase letter, as this would be a lesson that we would be learning. And so they would take the letter they see, like for instance this lowercase I, and they'd attach it anywhere on this envelope. After they're done completing this particular center, they can use this envelope in pretend play as a mail carrier. And in saying that, for the arts integration section, we have pre-printed templates where students can color these templates of paper hats. They can color, cut them out, and paste them together to form hats. And so there are a variety of hats. One of the hats already created was the mail carrier hat. And this allows students to engage in pretend play. In addition to this particular center are community worker puppets, which have been placed on top of a shelf. These community puppets have already been pre-made by the teacher, but a template could be made to where the dolls or puppets are not colored in, and the students can color them in just like the paper hats, and then they can connect them to either straws or wooden sticks or even popsicle sticks. Another idea would be that they don't have to use any of this design, and the teacher can just have construction paper available to where they can make their own puppet or paper doll and attach it to the straws. The third section of my center is our reading section. So books have been placed on top of the shelf, different books, where the students can either look through them or read them. And These books were chosen because they're appropriate to what we've been learning. Whose hat is this? Kind of links into the paper hats. Whose vehicle is this? Links into our transportation that's available in the community roadmap. And then these books are just more information, like I said, on the types of community workers that we've been learning about. Not only do we have books available, but as a supplemental to our learning, there is a community workers poster placed on the shelf or below the shelf where the books are that allows our students to remember the kinds of workers that we've learned about and what exactly they do for us. Which I almost forgot. Our reading section has been specially designated over there with pillows on the floor. Students can choose to sit in this area, or they can take their books back to their desk if they prefer, or even find a quieter area if this is not as quiet as they prefer. This particular reading area has been removed or placed on the farther end of the community roadmap, as that area may become louder. That wraps up the tour of my center. Thanks for visiting.